YouTube! How's it going, guys? Welcome to the toastiest YouTube around. Have you recently set yourself up stream elements, or you're thinking about starting to stream, but you don't know how to set up your alerts or overlays or anything like that? Well, this is the video for you, baby. Stay tuned and we'll get cracking. So the first thing you want to do is you want to head over to streamelements.com and sign up, basically. Once you've done that, you'll be greeted with this lovely dashboard right here. To get your overlays done, obviously there's two different ways you can do it, really. There's a themes gallery, which is right here. If you click themes gallery on the left hand side, it will bring you up into this screen. These are all overlays, sorry, that you can get for completely honestly free. You can preview them so you know exactly what they look like. You can click on them to find out what the alerts are like. I mean, this is pretty cool. This Justice League one is. There's some very, very cool free premium alerts and overlays and stuff from Stream Elements, to be honest. If you do want to do this, all you have to do is click create my overlay, type in whatever you want to call it. So we call this Justice Example, create my overlay. This then brings you all your scenes up, but what you want to do is you want to click see my theme in overlays. That then, here they all are right here, and now you can edit them. This is a very simple way of setting yourself up an overlay straight from the get-go without even really trying. That's what Stream Elements is all about at the end of the day. As you can see here, you've got the latest tipper, you've got the latest subscriber there. You've also got your alerts here. If you click emulate here, you can see what they look like and what they sound like. I'll tell you what, that is a pretty awesome alert for free though. But yeah, and obviously you've got your camera border. Some will have a separate camera border that's hidden. That's a smaller camera border, just in case you like to have your camera smaller, like I have right now on my display. And you know, you just click on them and you can change the settings for the alerts, etc. And it is very, very simple. But what I like to do is I like to set up a blank canvas and start from completely scratch, because there's a lot of free like widgets and stuff like that you can use. So we're going to leave that. We didn't really change anything anyways. And we'll delete these just so they're off. Right, now we've got these deleted, I'm going to show you how I've created mine. As you can see, I've used blank canvases and I've started from scratch and created my own overlays, because I feel it's just a little bit more of a personal touch, and it's more rewarding as well once you get it completely done. At the end of the day, you feel like you've actually put work in, right? So what you have to do is then go to my overlays, click blank overlay here, create blank overlay, and you choose the overlay resolution. I normally just go for 1080p. I do stream in 720, but we have the base canvas resolution at 1080p. So always stick with your base canvas resolution. Don't go to the resolution that you stream at, because everything will look absolutely huge on screen and it won't be nice for your viewer at all. And click start. So now you've got a completely and utterly blank canvas to start with, right? So the first thing that most people are going to start with is their camera border, right? So what you do is you click add widget, and then you go to static and custom, click add an image. This then brings up this little box, it doesn't matter what size it is, and click set image. You've then, obviously you can then upload your files to Stream Elements. Obviously I've already got ones uploaded, so I can click them quite easily. And then all you do is select the image and click submit, and then it brings it up here. But now what you want to do is, because obviously you've got this image size set as auto, so this is tiny right now, because that goes from the size of your box. Obviously it'll only go to the maximum size the image will go to. But if you click scaled, I can make this as big as I want now. I can literally make that as big as I want. I can make that as big as the screen or whatever. But obviously if you have it as auto, it will stick it to the dimensions of the image at base, and it won't let you make it any bigger. But as you can see, that is now the camera border, right? So you place that wherever. It's a little bit big, so we'll go here. And that is like, so obviously we've got the alert sorted, but obviously you can add a lot more to it. So the first thing I want to do is, obviously it just says right now Valley is now following or Sharin is now following. I want it to say, Sharin, welcome to the loaf, because that's the name of my community, right? The Loaf of Awesomeness. So what we do is we click on alerts, click on the alert box. Here you've got follower alert. You click the settings cog. You then, here you've got your sound, your volume control, all that sort of thing. But here it says name is now following. So I would obviously get rid of this and then put welcome to the loaf. You can also change the alert duration of how long it lasts. And there's also a lot more other settings that I may have to make another video on if you guys want to know in a bit more in depth of how to use it. So now all we do is we click off that and click save, just to make sure it's saved, right? And now if we emulate our follower alert, welcome to the loaf. It's really that simple. And then obviously you can change the colors of these as well. So if we go to text settings now, so if you look down here, you've got a few more other drop down menus, right? We click text settings. Why can I not speak today? And then now you've got what font it is, what color the text is. So if we click this, we'll change this to red, for example, and we'll click save. Now, if we emulate this, the text is now red. So obviously, that's now your alerts done. Basics, anyways, I know. If you guys do want a bit more help with the alerts, etc., just hit me up. You know where I am. Right, so we've got alerts. We've got a camera border. What else do we need? Should we say a rotator, right? So the rotator that I use on my stream... Why is this... I think it's broken. But the rotator I use on my stream is also a free one from Stream Elements, guys. And it is an absolutely freaking awesome rotator. I love it. So we'll save that. We'll go back again. We'll click the themes gallery. And we will go this time to widgets. Now, on the widgets section, as you can see, there is a load of different things you can do. You can do a 3D alert box, the stream marathon timers, video on command, awesome shoutouts. And there's so many different ones. I have honestly never saw this 3D alert box before, and I may have to preview that in a minute. But yeah, the rotator I use is this one further down here, which is this one here, Events Rotator. If you preview this, this is it here, just underneath this this box, and click Create My Overlay. Again, copy to existing. Select your overlay, example, create my widget. Boom, that easy. Now we'll go back over, edit. And as you can see, there's a load of different information here on the back, which you can delete just to get it out of your way. But leave this box right here with all this little text in here. You will need that for it to work. Do not delete this. Do not delete it. Because it will not work. And then also you can just move it along, obviously. So as you can see, this is like kind of my overlay right now. I like to keep it nice and simple and not too much screen being took up by my overlay, or my camera border being too big, or my camera covering too much of the screen, because you know, it's all about the viewer and they want to see gameplay. Yes, they you know, they come to see you, for example, but you know, they don't want too much on the screen, which is what I will say. Stick to simple. It's always better to go simple than over the top and filling your screen with loads of different information, because people are just going to get distracted too much and not really pay attention to the game, for example, or what you're saying to them and stuff, because they're going to be looking at other things on the screen. So your rotator is the same way. You can do a lot of different settings with this. I have just the standard, really. I have the latest sub, latest follower, latest chair, latest host. And then what you do is, obviously it says here follower latest, I want that on. Latest cheer, I want that on. Latest sub, I want that on. So this is now the latest host, I want that on as well. Goals, not so much, so we're going to turn that one off. That one's follower goal, we don't want that on. But obviously, you know, you guys can have different ones on, but as soon as you select no, it will then remove it out of the slides, and you won't see it again, basically. But obviously, you've got other ones that you can add as well. You can add sliders to it somehow as well. I don't know how you do that. I can't remember. But you can have up to 12 different slides, as far as I know. And you can choose how long it cycles as well. So you can have it cycle every, say, 10 seconds rather than 5. And that will make it a lot slower. And then you'll save it. And then if we wait, there we go. Latest events. I have mine say latest supporters, for example. I've changed it a little bit to, you know, tailor to me at the end of the day. But this widget is so good. Honestly, I recommend it to anybody. It gives you a lot of information on the screen without it taking up too much of the screen. And it's got a little bit of an animation to it, so it looks a bit more professional. Right, moving on. So we have our rotator with our latest sub, etc. We have our alerts. We have our camera border. Basics. But obviously, there is other things that you can do, such as adding, I don't know, say for example, you do want your follower goal on there, but you don't want it on your rotator because you feel like people aren't going to see it enough, right? This is where you go to labels, sorry, and then you click, say, followers, and then you click goals, and then click follower goal. Boom, comes up on the screen. Obviously, this is quite ugly right now. It takes up too much of your screen. And a lot of people you will see will leave it like this, which is all good and well, not going to lie, but it's taking up quite a bit of your screen, right? So what I like to do is I like to click use simple design. It then drops it down to just the follower goal and the numbers. You can then change your goal here. So let's go, I don't know, 2000. For some reason, that follower goal is wrong. I don't know why. And then you can change the colors here if you want. Obviously, because we've changed it to condensed like this, this is where we go to the text settings, and this is where the color of the text is. So we'll change this to red and save. Now, obviously, I can move this down here, and people will see it a little bit more, you know. You can change the size of it. Let's go with 30. Make it a little bit bigger. You can change the line height, all that sort of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, right? I think we've got a perfectly good setup overlay right there, guys. We've got our camera border, makes our camera look a little bit more neater. You've got your rotator telling people their information, such as the latest sub, latest follower, etc. You've got your follower goal or your sub goal or whatever on your screen, and you've got your alerts. But obviously, your alerts, like I was saying earlier, they are kind of just generic, such as, you know, the follower event. Quite generic right now. What you can do is, instead of having this animation, you could add yourself a picture or an animation to it or something like that, right? So all you do is you click settings, and then here you can click set image or change video. If it's a image that you want, obviously you'd have this, click submit, and that brings this up. And I could also change the sound. So I'm going to change the sound as well. We'll clear this, and then we'll upload a sound. I've already got my follower alerts and stuff here as well that I've uploaded. Exactly the same. Click upload in the top right. Drag your image or sound over, and then it will upload it to the to here. Right. So where is my toasty? Where is it? There the toasty. There it is. And we'll submit that, right? Then now all we have to do, click off that, click save. Now if we emulate a follower event, it's now got my logo on it, and it says Toasty. It's a lot more brand orientated, and it's that simple. You can also add videos. If you click set video, these are my videos for my other alerts that I've brought off Kong Vector. By the way, shout out to Kong for working on all my alerts. My alerts I am seriously proud of. Absolutely love them. But if you can see here, this is my follower alert right now. So I'll submit this. And then this is how I've set my alerts up, chat. So all you do is save that, and then go follower event. Boom. It's that simple. Why is that so small though? I don't know why that's so small. But yes. So obviously, as you can see as well, guys, if we emulate this follower event, alerts take a lot of time out of your day trying to get them perfect. Mine still aren't perfect and how I want them, to be honest. certain text is in certain places I don't want it to be and stuff like that. But they are very hard to get right. As you can see, this text right now is quite low, right? We've made this a bit bigger so it's a bit easier to see. But the only problem is obviously the text now is covering my my camera, right? If we emulate this again, I'll show you. So it's nice and big. Say we want that follower alert to be up here, and we want the text to be underneath here, right? So it's too low right now. So we'll click settings, go over to text settings, and then we scroll down. No, we scroll up, sorry, Jim. Click advanced. Here we've got the margins. So if you click top margin, and then minus this will then, if you can see that little bit of a highlight there, the text is going up. And we'll click save. Now, if we emulate that, the text is in a nice little place now, where it's not covering the border and it's not too far away from the alert and taking your eyes away from the alert itself. And obviously, like I say, that will take you a lot of time to get right, because I've spent a lot of time on my alerts and I've still not got them right. I really haven't. That is pretty much it, right, guys? I think we've got a perfectly good alert there. And obviously, if you don't already know, the only thing you have to do then is import it into your OBS, which is very, very simple. In fact, I'll show you that now. So if you click copy overlay URL at the top there, right? And then if I bring over OBS, just so you guys can see, a bit of inception, I'm sorry. And then what we'll do is we'll click browser source here in your sources, click browser, and we'll go example overlay, just so I know that I'm not messing it up. And then you delete this here, Control V, boom. Make sure you change this width to 1920 by 1080, or your base canvas resolution that you've got set up in OBS, and then boom. See, I've got 1440p on actually, which I didn't actually realise. Well, Jim, professional much. But then if we bring this back over here so you can see a little bit better, and I'll minimize this. There you go. There's our alerts. There's our overlay, all set up, ready to go. It's really that simple, guys. So if you do have any questions, honestly, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully you found this helpful, and you would like to see more of these videos. Please drop a comment in the comments box below. Maybe hit that thumbs up, and maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you would like to see more videos just like this one. I can go into a little bit more in depth into the stream element side of things if you want to set up your overlays and make it a little bit more personal and stuff like that. I could show you different widgets that I find, etc. As always, guys, stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay damn toasty.